Hello guys, I hope you are in good health and I urge you to please stay safe. I am Kartik Undet. I am in the team of Lexis and Company, and the purpose behind this video is to know one of the important principle in public international law is extradition and how it is benefit for the country, and it was one of the principle which was is discussing in current scenario and current legal issues in our country also, because most of the criminals who committed any offenses or any um, scam in India, they flew to another country to escape such punishment for their offenses. So in this video we discuss about what is extradition, define how it is benefit, what are the purposes of extradition, and what are the laws and legislation in India and in other countries about extradition, and how many countries does India had an extradition treaty with, specific extradition treaty with it. So let's start this video and discuss about what is the basic principle of extradition. So एक्सट्रेडिशन होता क्या है? एक्सट्रेडिशन ये होता है कि एक पर्सन ने एक खुद की कंट्री में कोई क्राइम कमिट करा हो. फॉर एग्जांपल, आई एम टेकिंग एन एग्जांपल लाइक दिस. Suppose XYZ committed a murder in India, and after committing murder, he flew to Czech Republic. In Czech Republic, and when the investigation going on in India, it found out that the person committed the offense has flew to another country. The XYZ, the offender had goes to Czech Republic. Now, how this person criminal can be punished? The fugitive who as the Czech Republic does not have the jurisdiction because the crime does not commit in his territory. So does the Czech Republic has the jurisdiction to hold the trial against that person for the crime he committed in another country, or the Indian court has the jurisdiction to punish such person, but he was not in its territorial jurisdiction. So to answer all these issues, the principle of extradition come out in public international laws. So the extradition means is that if any person committed an offense in his own country and flew to another country, then the country where the crime is committed has a power uh, to ask the other country where the offender or fugitive is residing to give such person to this country where he can be goes all with the trials and shall be decided by the court is he is liable for the crime and he shall be punished according to the rule of law. So in short note I discussed that एक्सट्रेडिशन एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट प्रिंसिपल है, क्योंकि इससे आप एक आदमी को पता कर सकते हैं कि उसने क्राइम करा है और उसको पनिशमेंट मिले. तो ये प्रिंसिपल एक इम्पोर्टेंट इसलिए इम्पोर्टेंट है क्योंकि इससे बोथ द कंट्रीज एंड इंटरनेशनल लॉज ऑल्सो एंड इंटरनेशनल सराउंडिंग के लिए भी बहुत बढ़िया रहता है, क्योंकि इससे आप क्रिमिनल को पनिशमेंट मिल रही है. क्रिमिनल ऑफेंडर कभी पनिशमेंट से बच नहीं रहा है, उसको पनिशमेंट मिलनी चाहिए, क्योंकि अगर कोई कंट्री जिसके पास वो भाग के रह रहा है तो वहाँ पे वो क्राइम कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि उसकी मेंटेलिटी क्रिमिनल टाइप की आ सकती है. तो इसीलिए उस पर्सन को punish करना is important task. So extradition is playing an important task. For the example, I can take an example for the current issues like Nirav Modi, Vijay Mallya, and such are the offender who committed a huge scam in India for about 1,020 and 11 crore thousand scam PNB and other banking of India. So they held to be punished by the Indian court only. So the extradition law is playing an important role. So the important term which is used in extradition principle is that fugitive criminal. Fugitive criminal कौन होता है? So the fugitive criminal means a person who is accused or convicted of an extradition offense within the jurisdiction of a foreign state, and includes a person who within an India conspire or attempt to commit or incite or participate of any commission of extradition offense in a foreign state. So in that case, a person who indulge in all these activities shall be treated as a fugitive criminals. Surrender of a person within the state of another state, whether a citizen or an alien or a political act to be done, is comes under the principle of extradition treaties. So the countries which states basically form a treaty with each other for any offenses, and they give a list of offenses which comes under the extra extradition offenses, which comes under extradition offenses. And if a person committed such offense and stay in that country, the country can have a authority to give such person to another state who has a treaty with it. So these are the extradition treaty. So the purpose behind this extradition principle was that it act as a warning to the criminal that he cannot be escaped from punishment by fleeing to another state. Thus, it has a deterrent effect. First purpose of extradition, it has a deterrent effect. Second most, the criminal are surrendered as it safeguard the interest of territorial state. It means that a person in which he resided, the state can give to the person to the where he committed a crime. So in this case, both the state have a reciprocal interest with each other, which means that if any offender from this state reside in another state, and if that country want our extradition for that person, so they can take reciprocate means कि वो अगर वो उस स्टेट में है तो वो उस स्टेट से मांग सकती है, और ये इस स्टेट में क्रिमिनल है तो वो इस स्टेट को दे सकती है. तो दोनों के बीच में एक रेसिप्रोकेट प्रिंसिपल टाइप रहता है ये. And another, the second one more important purpose is it act towards achievement of international cooperation in solving international problems of a social character, in which that the offender, the criminal, shall not be give unpunished. It has to be punished. So it plays an important role in international law by giving a person to the state where he committed a crime. So the extradition principle plays an important role. And India is one of the countries where have a specific legislative which deals with this principle, which is known as namely as the Extradition Act of 1962, which provide Indian legislature basis for extradition of any person from the other country. The act consolidate all the law related to extradition of fugitive criminals from India to foreign state. It was amended various times, and Act is 66 of 1993. It was amended in that year. So currently, Indian have a bilateral extradition treaty with 37 countries, and an extradition agreement with 9 other more state countries, having also an effect in India to have a special extradition treaty. So in this video, we discuss about what are the principles, what are the purposes, and in Indian legislation on extradition treaty. So I hope you like this video, and I urge you to get more and more knowledge to this principle. It is one of the important principles also in public international law. Thank you very much.